Start back here with the pomegranates. This is the tree that was most neglected, and at this point it has the most flowers in on it. So our pomegranate flowers, this one has a couple, this one has a few. Those guys are starting to come in. Our figs over here on Fig Row are absolutely amazing. So this is, look at this. I got to start covering these guys. This one's probably going to be ready, I would say, in 3 days. But yeah, they're coming in. We got a lot of doubles on here. But these guys have just been doing awesome. These, I've got a whole bunch more to cover. It's to keep the birds from eating them all. Our first season here, we lost a ton of our fruit to birds, and now we don't really lose much at all. Unless I'm just lazy and don't get them covered. But yeah, these are huge. Over here, one of the biggest figs I think I've ever grown. Like, look at that guy, and he probably still has 2 days to go. It's insane. These guys are doing so well. Our thornless blackberry is up over the top of the coop. So yeah, those are growing in beautifully. Got our first sunflower of the season, because I still haven't actually planted mine. All the sunflowers growing right now are self-seeding, but this has a ton of flowers. The chocolate cherry sunflower, stunning. And look at all these other flowers that are going to come in all the way down the stalk. It's beautiful. Got our Homestead Roma tomato coming in. I need to clean it up. Some of the leaves are having issues, but they are all growing in, and our various shades, I've already harvested, I think, 3 of them. Got a couple more that have turned, so I'm going to harvest those guys. But yeah, still haven't planted my tomatoes. The Asian garden is insane right now. I am so excited for this. So we planted 2 of the Black Futsu squash. We got this one finally starting to kick it up. But this guy, this is one plant, and I'll show you from the outside of the fence too. My cinquefoil is great. I got my rice today, so I got to get my rice planted. These are all the noodle beans coming in, so nice. My nasturtiums are exploding. I've got 2 different kinds of nasturtiums here. The backside of our noodle beans, we've got our hungachu peppers, which are coming in crazy. I've got so many peppers on both of these plants. So many nasturtiums. I'm so excited to get the seeds and make some capers. They're caperish. But yeah, this was the plant that I didn't know what would happen. It's loaded down, and it's got all new flowers coming in. And it's so much cooler under here because of the bean shading things. And then we've got, this is, like I said, the Black Futsu squash. Look at this beauty. I've got to start securing it up to the fence because it's already on the ground. But these are just, they put on, each plant puts on so much fruit, and the fruit is delicious. I was very happy with the Black Futsu squash. So, and I grew 5 plants last year. Okay, over here we've got our black, these are, what are they? Jet black, I think is what it's called. The jet black hollyhock. Absolutely gorgeous. It's like a deep wine color. More nasturtiums coming in. Another hollyhock. We'll see what color this one. I didn't plant any of the hollyhocks here. These are all self-seeded. Our winged beans are starting to come in. You can see our peas are starting to dry up, which is great because these will be a bunch of seeds for the fall here. Once it cools down again, we're going to let all these dry out on here and then take them in and be ready to plant. This hollyhock's amazing. It's got so many different branches. More nasturtium. See these guys from the front coming in, drying up nicely. Ah, I love it. I love it when it all comes together. More hollyhocks. I don't know. This is one of 2 sunflowers. It's either a Mongolian giant or a red sun. So we'll see. But it is almost as tall as I am. I'm 5'6½". It's probably 5'3". More hollyhocks. More hollyhocks. Okay, let's go to the other side. Self-seeding zinnias are coming in, and I've got self-seeded zinnias and marigolds all around this bed. I'm letting my dill here flower in case there are any pollinators that need it. Also attracts some aphids, which is great because it works as a trap crop, but that also works out because ladybugs love dill. Another rogue hollyhock as well. All our other self-seeded zinnias. This is my jalapeno pepper that decided to overwinter itself, and it is also loaded with fruit. I've not done anything to this yet. I haven't topped these off. I haven't added worm castings. I haven't added Trifecta Plus, nothing. And these are just gorgeous here. These plants, I mean, this one is just loaded. Look at that. Loaded. It's gorgeous. More marigolds coming in. I mean, just stunning. Last year, I think it was like June when I finally got a plant. Look at all those aphids on that. Can you see that? On that dill. Bet you there are ladybugs around here. We've had a lot. And then these are 2 of the sugarish peach pepper that are also loaded with peppers. This is one of the biggest ones I've had yet, I think. So yeah, it hasn't started turning yet either. So, but there are easily, I'd say 10 to 15 peppers throughout this plant. And this is one of my favorite plants. I love the way the leaves look, but it's also one of my favorite peppers. So good. So we got that there. This lemongrass border is just exploding right now. It loves this weather. Same with our icebox plant. I'm going to have to cut this lemongrass back a little bit back here because it's totally just shading out this eggplant. But this is the Aswad eggplant. And if you can see in here, excuse me, Mr. Lemongrass. Let's go around to the other side. This guy needs some support. This is also an eggplant. This is a white knight eggplant. So is this guy. The rabbits were eating him, so I just put that guy under this, and then when he was bigger, I moved him there. So, but this is the Aswad eggplant. So here we are. This is probably the most beautiful eggplant plant I have ever grown. It is so healthy, so beautiful. I thought it was dead. It overwintered. It's got a ton of new growth. I have not done anything worm castings or anything else with this guy either. I have been so neglectful, and look at this. So that's an eggplant. He's just starting to come out. As you can see, just starting to see the purple there. And he is already the size of a golf ball. These are supposed to be very big, incredibly heat tolerant. I want to say they're from the Middle East. So their natural climate that they grow in is very warm, very hot, very arid, very dry, which is what we have here in Vegas. Almond tree is loaded with fruit, as are our 2 peach trees here. I don't think this peach tree has ever had this much fruit. This is our third summer here, and it's loaded. This guy has more than last year, but then all of our pistachios coming in. This was 1 strawberry plant, and now it's, I think, 5. And it's been great. I need to take that little guy off, but it's growing. Another one of our peach trees that is also loaded with peaches, and I'm really happy about the peaches on this side, because I really was not sure if this side was going to make fruit, because it looks like it's split off. Figured it was under the graft. However, I've come to find a lot of our trees were not planted well, they were planted deep, and in some cases the graft is even under the ground. And because they're older and established, we're not going to dig them up. But peach tree, there's a lot of fruit this year. We've been eating apricots for about a week, so there's not as much, but also quite a bit of fruit come in on this guy and on this guy. And while we have eaten a lot, I don't think anybody has eaten as much as my child's dog. Her puppy has eaten his weight in apricots and jumps up on the tree to pick them. And then we've got a flower, actually a couple flowers on our red bell pepper. And then these are the guys that also overwintered. I neglected horribly, didn't water. A lot of them didn't make it, but these guys did. So we got our red bell. I think it says, what is this one? Firecracker, Big Thai hybrid. This Black Hungarian, sugarish peach, which I'm probably going to cut off up here and let that part grow. And then what else? What is this one? This is banana pepper sweet, and we got a marigold, 2 marigolds popping up in that guy. I'm letting this dill go to flower as well. Another rogue hollyhock, and then another rogue hollyhock. And we've got all this sage. This sage plant is now, I think, 2 years old at this point. I do need to clean it up. I trimmed it recently very far back and it exploded again. So I've done nothing with this one either. I'm not going to lie. No worm castings, no Trifecta Plus. It's doing so well here and it loves it. So we're just going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's working. All the pollinators loving the Russian sage. Got our plum tree. Don't have as much fruit as last year, but we have significantly larger plums than last year. This is easily twice the size of the plums we had on this tree last year. I'm very happy. So I bagged most of them. I got to get the ladder to bag those, but plums are coming in. Bamboo patch here is coming in. It's getting all cleaned up there. And I think for the most part, that's what I've got going on. So stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see my next video, which will be all the things I have to do, like clean up. And still a lot more planting too.